If you're a Nebraska native, you might have heard of the Amazing Pizza Machine. It's a family entertainment center in Omaha, Nebraska that opened in 2006.
As you can see, it's all about cranking out the food and the fun.
Honestly, that's the American dream.
One nation under food and fun.
Growing up in Nebraska, I always heard about the Amazing Pizza Machine. I went, I think, 2 times when I was a youngin'.
I remember seeing the commercials for this place, and I never went. Mom never brought me, but she brought you. I know, I swear everyone always is going on about Disney World, Disneyland. The Amazing Pizza Machine beats them on every list.
I don't think it does, but... This footage is from 2 months ago. We walked into the Amazing Pizza Machine. We were about to purchase tickets, but then we saw 2 busloads of high schoolers inside the facility, and we turned around because we thought we would be bullied the whole time we were there.
I wasn't about to have my self-esteem lowered by 75% because of a bunch of teens.
We made the educated decision to come back 2 months later and invite our sister Ali. We thought maybe if there was 3 of us, less people would bully us.
Luckily, there were no school buses in the parking lot. No one was on a field trip.
We got the most expensive package, which I think is around $50. Basically, you just get unlimited food and unlimited games, and you get stamped so everyone knows you're allowed to be in here.
It just makes the whole experience seem like it has a little extra layer of exclusivity.
It's very colorful inside. It just feels like you're at a child's birthday party.
To me, it felt like you were on the set of Wizards of Waverly Place. Like, doesn't it feel like a set?
I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is big though. 2 full rooms of just arcade games.
It's a casino.
For kids.
Yeah.
Something that is crazy about this place is that you picture it to be all slimy and gross, but so far, I feel clean.
The Amazing Arcade.
Mario Kart.
Hey!
I don't think I've ever played Mario Kart like this. I was very excited, and I'm not even joking. I was genuinely excited. We were ready to have fun, but immediately a layer of stress went over all of us because we didn't understand how to use the cards because maybe we're just pathetic, but...
Jacob and Allie were in a Mario Kart game together, and they kept saying, hurry, Lucas, add your points or whatever so you can join our game. I missed it. So, like, during this whole thing, just know that they're in a little universe together, and I'm just playing against computers. So already I was pissed. I know these machines are made for like 7-year-olds to be able to figure out, but we honestly should have brought Mom with us. I know!
Ali beat me in the game of Mario Kart. And I wasn't offended. I just accepted it. I just accepted the reality that I lost. Like, it wasn't a big deal.
It seemed like it was at the time. I beat all the little computer people in my game. I did put it on easy mode, though. You could pick the difficulty, and I did easy because I wanted an ego boost beating the, like, not real people.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Axe throwing.
I've always wanted to do this. I swear there was a time where every reality show, they had an axe throwing night, like on The Bachelor. It was like the axe throwing date. On the Bravo Housewives, it was like, let's go to an axe throwing bar. And I always wanted to go, and I never did. And now I was going to live my dream.
Oh my God. I was scared.
I don't know what was going on, but I felt like I was breaking the game because I was fully throwing it, but I was like, am I not supposed to be throwing it as hard? Because like whenever I threw it, it literally sounded like I was breaking something, but I think I was doing it right. You were kind of trying to be cute, I feel like, when you did yours. I'm not trying to call you out. You heard how much noise mine made, so you were kind of not throwing it as hard because you were embarrassed.
There's 2 realities. I was actually trying, but then there is another reality where since we just got to the Amazing Pizza Machine, I was trying to keep it on the down low. I didn't want to cause commotion just yet.
I knew you weren't fully trying.
I got 0 points, and you got like, I don't know, but you got more than 0 points.
Axe thrower enthusiast. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game time.
Freaking finally, we got to outverse each other because actually got the cards in, and we did it in enough time where we could outverse each other. When I was little, I probably watched like the Ninja Turtle movie, but I was never actually a fan of it. But this game was basically just, you're a Ninja Turtle and you just kill people?
Yeah, it was a lot of killing, which I liked. because it was fake.
You were taking it very seriously. I thought it was just more of a joke, but kind of wrote it off in my brain that when you were little, like a lot of people beat you in these arcade games. So like finally you were like, oh, like I'm gonna beat out you guys every single time.
It was finally my chance to shine. I'm just saying, thank God I was in that little universe because I kept throwing the trash can at the people, stabbing them to death. I'm like, you like didn't kill that many people.
Well, I died because too many people hurt me, my character in the game, and then Ali died, and you just won that shit.
No, I was like on a killing spree.
In the game.
In the game.
Not in real life, to be clear.
Just in case anyone was confused.
Big Buck HD.
The killing continues. I was so excited to shoot animals. Wait, this sounds so scary, but like, I was excited to go hunting. That's a more acceptable way of saying that. I wouldn't want to kill a deer in real life.
If you do want to, you can just admit it.
Oh, yeah, people do that, and they're not psychopaths. Like, I eat chicken, and, like, someone killed the chicken. They had these women in bikinis, like, kind of trying to entice you to the machine. This game just made me think of this girl who babysat us for a little bit in our childhood. She had a hunting game like this, but she said it was actually so realistic that she would sometimes be sitting and looking at the TV for, like, 45 minutes before a deer walked past. It was, like, that realistic. You know, in real life, that's actually how it would be. But luckily, this one, the deer were just... There were so many deer running around. You had to shoot the bucks, not the does. That was the game. It was just fun. I won.
So you're more of a hunter, and Ali's more of a gatherer.
Yeah.
Dirt ATV game. This game looked cool, but I didn't like how you couldn't move the dirt bike side to side. You had to just stay in an upright position, which I wasn't a fan of.
While I was filming them doing that motorcycle game, somebody was doing a photo shoot next to you guys. They were holding this bedazzled basketball. I don't know if it was a senior picture, a college photo. The backdrop of a arcade like that is sort of like a Pinterest aesthetic, you know?
This is the exact moment where we actually started having fun. When we first walked in, we were kind of forcing it. Okay, we'll try to have fun. But then eventually we started having fun, and I could feel the adrenaline getting released.
I was in flow state by this point. The only thing that mildly yucked my yum was the fact that the Dance Dance Revolution machines were broken, so I couldn't reenact the scene from Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with Lindsay Lohan and Megan Fox. But I still did, but just the machine wasn't working.
Sucks though, because that was one of the games I was most excited for walking into this family entertainment center. Ticket claw game. This is one of those claw machines where you try to just get a bunch of tickets. They each have different amounts, and Ali did not get anything. Dang. Zombie shooting game. This is when I realized that most of these games are just violent. They involve you having a weapon and trying to beat people up / kill people. Not people per se, but like characters in the game that might be like another type of species or something.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. We were supposed to be killing zombies, but sometimes the zombies were holding a human, and I shot the human because I thought it was just me against everyone. But whenever I shot the human, it said like, oh yeah, like you're supposed to be shooting the zombie to save the human.
This game was fun. At first, I was enjoying it. Like, oh, let's kill the zombies. But then it got to a point where I was kind of over it, and I just started shooting everyone in the game. And I was like, let's go. We actually left this game early.
Further confirm that if there ever is a zombie apocalypse, I'm not even gonna try to survive because there's all these zombies everywhere. It's like either I die today or I die tomorrow in this zombie apocalypse scenario. So I think I would just kind of become a zombie.
There was a few hand sanitizer stations, and whenever we passed one, we did use it because we started to realize, ew, there's these kids that don't even wash their hands using all these games, and they're probably all sick because kids get sick like every month, it seems like, and I didn't want to get sick, so we started applying that stuff every 10 minutes.
Ice ball!
Actually, I wasn't playing ice ball, I was playing Duncan Alien, but it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, this is a classic.
This is something they probably had in like the 40s, 1940.
Yeah, Lucio Ball played this at some point in her life.
We don't have to talk much further about this. It's a classic, it's fun.
Yeah, everyone's done it. Everyone will do it again. It's never leaving. Connect 4 hoops.
Me and Lucas versed each other.
It's so fun. I played this before at other arcades and like...
I think this might be the biggest Slay arcade game
I know, it's just so fun.
I did win, and it wasn't even planned. It just happened naturally. It comes naturally when I'm playing Connect for hoops.
Baby.
Then we started a little tournament, and me and Ali versed each other. There was multiple times when the game said, hurry up. It was getting impatient on us because we kept not getting it into the Connect Four, so then we had to shoot again.
Yeah, you're missing the hoops.
I also did win this game.
You were ruling that game.
If someone from the NBA is watching, I am down to try to play the NBA, and maybe I would do good. Yeah, we were racking up them tickets.
Since we love this game so much, we returned to it later, and I finally beat Jacob.
Congrats, dude.
Thanks.
Deal or no deal? We didn't know where Ali was, but we found her in the middle of the arcade playing deal or no deal. I don't know what she won, but it looks like she's having fun. Spin and win. I don't think Ali won anything.
Dun dun dun. Lay down game. This game was just crazy. We were on a roller coaster, then we were flying through the sky.
There was multiple times pre-going on this where you said we need to go on that. So
I know.
when we did go on it, there was a lot of expectations, acting like you're on a roller coaster because the seats actually moved. But then it kind of just got boring.
Yeah, there was actually somebody watching us on it, and we just got off and said, you can go on. Speed of light.
We were super duper excited because we thought it was a Dance Dance Revolution knockoff, but it was not that.
I do like games like this where there's not really a story or anything. It's more just light up, push, you know?
Let's just make the stress in your body peak because it makes you feel such a high.
It's like a meditation.
It was.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
I was excited because I thought I was picking this hot girl to be my avatar, but it turns out Jacob and I had the wrong guitars in our hands, so I had to be the person he picked, and he got to be the hot girl. We were playing that one song, dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun. This is one of those games where it's if you get so good at Guitar Hero that you get to the advanced levels, you probably should just learn how to actually play guitar because I'm assuming they're the same level of difficulty.
This was a 4 out of 10. I wasn't really enjoying it.
Yeah, even as a kid, I didn't really F with Guitar Hero. I was more I wanted to do the karaoke games. I remember one time they had a Guitar Hero, I think it was called Rockstar, where there was also vocals involved. So that I could get down with. I would sing and other people would play the guitar.
Dumb, pathetic claw machine. We haven't talked about this, but the Amazing Pizza Machine is such a big deal that they even have a mascot. His name is Cogswell.
Is he a dog?
Me and Lucas were doing these claw machines where you could win a stuffed animal of Cogswell, but neither of us got it.
All claw machines are pretty much a scam, but every time you still just want to try it.
Ali also didn't get anything, and yeah, I just want there to be one time in my life where I win and get something with a claw machine to prove to myself that I can do anything.
I want to say I've won once.
Is there any proof?
I don't know if that's the thing. It might have been a dream. Cut to win. This game intrigued me because it's just a teddy bear hanging, and you got to cut him loose, you know?
We were all taking turns, and we probably played it for 10 minutes. We were being loud because we kept hyping each other up.
Oh, okay.
There was multiple times where we were so close to cutting that string. By the way, when you cut the string, do you get to take home the teddy bear?
I think.
That's what I would assume, yeah.
You better be able to.
We actually came up with a conspiracy theory that, yes, you probably could win, but it kind of is a gimmick. We almost hit it so many times, and it would stop for a millisecond on the string, and it would go up a tiny bit, so then it wouldn't cut the dang string. And all I'm saying is that some of these arcade games, yes, you could win this game. I believe that. But it's rigged to a 1 in a billion chance.
I know, because they don't want to have to buy another teddy bear.
I know.
This wasn't an unlimited game, by the way. This is one that actually took our tickets, our points or whatever.
Took away our hard-earned money.
And I swear we spent so many points on this. Because we kept thinking, next time we'll get it. Oh, next time. Turns out you can't be living for the next time.
Because you're just gonna keep losing.
Stop trying.
That was a joke, guys. Just keep trying, and I think maybe you could get it.
Same, I agree with that. Spaceballs. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, now I remember. At first, I thought I didn't have recollection of this, but I had beginner's luck with this one. I won the most you could win.
200 points.
Yeah, so we can't keep claiming everything's a conspiracy. All these games are rigged. Like, it's just all based on luck. And this time, luck was on my side.
Cutting game. Like it's another game where you cut a string.
This had a chokehold on us.
Justifying playing this game so many times because I was viewing it as a side hustle. For example, if I cut one of the strings on one of these products, I could sell it on eBay and make like $100. So I was kind of viewing it in an actual financial sense.
You started building your financial future through this game.
Yeah.
Like, what did you even want to win in there? Like, nothing's even that cool.
I don't even know what any of these products are. Maybe they actually do only cost $20, but still, I had this like idea where one of them was worth like $500. You move this little cutting thing and you might be able to cut the string and boom, you win the product.
I swear Allie was addicted to this game.
She was playing a game after game of this.
I know. I'm pretty sure this is around the time where Allie and I literally spent all of our points.
And I was starting to develop another conspiracy theory, like this is also rigged. But then Allie told me, Jacob, stop making up conspiracies because look at all those other products. They got cut. So you can cut it. You're just not good enough. So then I realized, yes, like you actually could win this game.
It's so sad when you actually have to realize I'm not good enough.
It does suck realizing that.
You weren't good enough. And that's okay. Gift card game. So this was sort of like the cutting game, but you had to get this little key in a slot. Yeah, this is where I spent the rest of my card. I emptied out my entire card at this game. And the thing is, looking at these gift cards, I don't even want any of them, but I just kept going for this Apple one because I was like, oh, then I can buy like apps, pay to like get up on levels on like Dragon City or something. These games are honestly hypnotizing. Like, it makes sense why people become gambling addicts. My actual thinking mind had left and all I wanted was one of those gift cards. And it didn't matter how much money I wasted.
But I've been to actual casinos. Those games have yet to really entice me. These games are way more addictive to me.
These actually are more addicting than actual casino games.
Retro Pac-Man. Lucas and Ali were playing that gift card game so many times, so I just got bored of watching them. So I went to the Retrocade. It was fun playing Pac-Man, and my eyes actually turned into black and white. I tried to see everything in black and white, which was really fun.
So retro.
I'm just different, so I wanted to play with the old games.
For some reason, I'm actually feeling a lot of shame right now because I realized that I have a Pac-Man tattoo. And it's just like, well, I don't even care about Pac-Man. Like, why do I have a Pac-Man tattoo?
Monopoly dice game. This game is so dumb. It just is you roll this big ass dice and you land some on the board and you get points. I'm more into these arcade games where you have to at least put a little bit of skill in.
This wasn't challenging enough for you.
Yeah, I want a challenge.
Oh, yeah, because that's the thing about these casino games that we just brought up. They're all based on luck slot machines. I do like when it feels like you have some control over the outcome.
Whack and win.
This is one of my favorite games at the arcade.
I played it twice, and each time I hit it too high.
You're too strong.
Snow down. Watching this video footage, like, wow, no wonder we're so enticed by that arcade. It's so freaking colorful. I didn't really understand this game, but I think it's like you're supposed to get all of those snow pebbles into that tube, and if you get higher on the tube, you get more points. I was kind of over it after 30 seconds, but I still stayed because I wanted to collect all of my points so we could get a really cool prize.
It was, you know, a unique game. Like, oh, snow's flying in there. Like, it was kind of fun.
But it wasn't fun. But it is kinda.
Yeah, the idea is fun. Air hockey! I feel like air hockey is something I could only play once every 2 years. So I was a little bit bored while playing this because I've had too much of it in my life recently.
Yeah, you were winning, but even though you were winning, you were over it. After like 2 minutes, we were like, this, what's that song? I don't know what song I was thinking of, but anyway, we just stopped playing.
Yeah.
The world's biggest claw machine. I don't even know if that's true, but I like how they made that claim. Of course, I didn't win anything. And I still believed I was going to win something because that's actually a really good mindset to have. I'm proud of myself for having that mindset, but I didn't win anything. Like, I'm proud I have the mindset of even if I lose 500 times, I'm still going to get up and get up.
The funny thing is, even if we won, like, we would have left the stuffed animal there. Like, I do not want a stuffed animal.
But you know how for like that minute that you won, like you actually would, like I'd probably like yell in your face saying, I actually won, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I'd be so excited. Then find the dumpster in the back of the building and throw it away.
Nothing but net.
These basketball games are always fun, but I realized that this one was actually challenging. Like, I didn't have enough strength to shoot it to the hoop. I'm not kidding. I don't know if my hands were tired from the rest of the arcade games, but it felt like work to throw the ball that far. It doesn't look that far on camera, but like when you were there, it was a whole different thing.
Playing basketball games is just fun for me. Even just going out in your front yard if you have a basketball hoop and doing a few dribbles, getting a few baskets. I just love playing it casually.
It's a little LeBron James moment.
Yeah.
The world's largest Pac-Man!
Again, I don't know if that's a lie, but I like how they're making that claim.
Yeah, this started to make me feel a little bit better about my tattoo because it's actually such a fun game.
Maybe we misunderstood, but you wrote your name down, and there was a scoreboard that it showed at the end, and your name was like number 4 or something. So if you go to the Amazing Pizza Machine, anyone watching this video, you might see Lucas's name on the world's largest Pac-Man machine.
Try to beat my score. I bet you can't.
I know. You can't. He's too good.
I'm keeping the Pac-Man tattoo.
You're number 4 on the Amazing Pizza Machine leaderboard. You know
on
how
the world's
big that is?
largest Pac-Man.
Yeah, you know how big of a deal that is?
I know how big of a deal it is. And I am so proud of myself.
Crossy Road. This whole entire game, I thought I was Lucas's character, and then his character died, and I looked over at Lucas and said, I died because I thought I was his character, and then he said, no, that's me in the game. So I did win, but I wasn't even consciously winning because I thought I was Lucas's character the whole time.
Think that ever happens in real life? I can picture somebody like they get so into someone that like when they die they think, shit, I'm dead, but then they realize, wait, that wasn't even me.
That's probably a mental illness too. Cyclone. She move her body like a cyclone. She make me wanna go all night, yeah.
If you actually think about somebody moving their body like a cyclone, that doesn't even sound attractive at all.
For real? It does to me. Yeah, basically this little light goes around. You click it when the light goes by you. And I didn't win. I played twice. This was the point where all of us ran out of points. So we couldn't play certain games anymore because we used all of our points.
Yeah, we got a good 2 hours out of our cards though.
There is one part of the Amazing Pizza Machine that we couldn't go in. Cogswell's Clubhouse. It's only for 7 and under. So that's the one part we weren't able to visit.
Jacob thought about getting on his knees and pretending to be a 7-year-old, but then we decided, probably not even anything fun over there.
The amazing attractions. Photo booth thing.
We decided to do the crazy hair one. We all posed, but then the sad thing was it didn't give us wigs.
So then we posed again and did the same thing.
And it still didn't give us wigs.
When we were done taking photos, we also got to do a 30-second video.
Hi, we're sending this video message. Hi.
It feels like we would have took that video in the 90s, but
the reason why they even have that video thing at the end is because before smartphones, wasn't it probably like cool to do a video? Like, wait, a video camera? I'm on TV, whereas nowadays it's like everyone literally films everything all day, so no one cares. But I like how like this is more of a nostalgic machine.
Also with photos even. Photos used to be like, I'm getting my photos taken. It only happens once a year, but now we take photos every day with our iPhone and it's lost all of its power.
That's like I literally do a professional photo shoot every single day with my iPhone. I know exactly what I look like from every angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spaghetti bowl!
So the reason why it's called the spaghetti bowl is because it's the Amazing Pizza Machine and they're trying to stick to the Italian theme.
Oh, I didn't connect to that.
That's really cool. We all swiped our play cards. We were ready to get everything going, but it didn't work for us. There was no balls coming up from the bowling machine things, and the pins weren't even up. So we stood there for like 2 minutes, and then we just decided, I guess this game is broke.
But luckily, 30 minutes later, we came back. The balls were out, and the pins were ready, so we swiped our cards and got going. What I loved about it is you play with these little mini balls. These like little meatballs. Oh, is that what they're supposed to be?
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together right now, but they are supposed to be like little meatball bowling balls.
They should have had the pins be noodles.
That would have been silly.
I know.
Bowling is one of those things where once every 6 months, get yourself off the couch and go to the bowling alley. You'll have a blast, but don't
It's
do
a
it.
hoot.
Don't do it any more than every 6 months though, because I'll show you, we'll start to hate it. But every 6 months, do it.
I know. I was in a bowling league when I was in 4th grade. I was the worst link on the team, but luckily I got paired with these 2 guys who were so good. So we actually got in 3rd place. Then we got in 2nd place. And hopefully mom still has my trophy somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were having such a fun time, but there was this mom and her kid next to us that was judging us visibly.
Yeah,
and this isn't us being dramatic. She actually was.
Yeah, she came over and got some of the balls out of our thing. We didn't care. But I think maybe she thought we cared because she kept looking at us.
Yeah, I noticed multiple times she would look at us and kind of make this face of disgust. Still, I'm just trying to bowl and have fun.
I know. It's like, do you want to fight?
Yeah, like,
We can take this to the parking lot. Catch me outside. I'm kidding.
No, I'm joking. She probably was a sweet lady.
For all we know, she thought we were judging her, and that's why she kept looking at us. We might have been projecting, and then we built a weapon, and it ruined her.
Yeah, honestly, it was probably just one big projection contest. Anyway, Ali did win, which... You were really close, Lucas. 2 points below, but it kind of is weird because you did bowling professionally as a kid, and Ali still beat you. And she's a girl.
Wait, the fact that she's a girl, it makes it way worse. It just proves like you gotta keep working with it or you lose it. Gotta keep oiling the machine or it's gonna rust.
Even though I lost, I would still be down to play another game of spaghetti bowl.
I know, I love it. Virtual reality.
All 3 of us got to be in the same game, and they gave us a few options. We decided on like a samurai game, something like that.
Yeah, he basically explained them all. He said, this one you guys gotta fight each other. And we were like, oh, let's do that. We want to fight each other and shoot each other.
It was really cool because once you put the headset on, there was like a microphone right by your ear. So then when we talked to each other, it was so amplified.
Your eyes are covered and they put these flaps over your ears that play audio from the game. Like you actually are transported to a different reality. Like
there was multiple times throughout the game where if I looked straight down, I could see like actual life. And I had to do that a few times just to make sure I actually wasn't stuck in the game.
Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah, that's a fear of mine too. Like I honestly am still a little bit scared that I'm going to take off the goggles and I'll be in the Amazing Pizza Machine. Like, but it was so much fun. Like even before the game started, I shot Allie so many times that her character died. And then I was all scared. Like, wait, did I shoot her? Sometimes it's glitching. And like, she was like, where am I? Like, I don't know what virtual world she was in, but she couldn't see us. And it was scary. Like, even though we were all still in physical reality, like in my mind, I was like, Allie's lost. She got transported back to the game. But it turns out that Allie wasn't even playing the game the whole time.
She was stuck in like the pre-game thing the whole time.
Yeah, she was you start out in this little compartment and then you leave it and start shooting each other. She just stayed in the compartment the whole time.
With this game, I didn't even really understand the objective. We were on like this skyscraper and we're supposed to shoot like little moving things. After like 3 minutes of playing, I saw player 2, which was Lucas. And then I just thought, oh, I might as well just shoot him because that would make it fun. So then I shot you and you died. And
I died.
Then you came back to life and shot me.
It ended too soon.
Yes, it was fun, but the only thing that was missing is adding a little bit more scariness. Like I wish when you killed me to death in the game, there would be blood all over my screen, and then it would show like Jesus, and it would actually, for a second, make me believe that it's Jesus.
Oh, like you go to heaven. I was screaming so loud during the game saying, Allie, where are you? Jacob! But then afterwards, I was so embarrassed because I was like, wait, like, was I so fucking loud that like I ruined the whole vibe of this entire arcade?
I don't even know who won. Was it?
I think you did because like you shot us multiple times.
There was also points in the game where I was kind of confused because I was thinking like, wait, what if I'm like so close to the employee or so close to one of you guys and then we hit each other and then like we get like a bruise or something.
Oh yeah, how do they make sure you don't do that?
The Amazing Rides! Go-karts. They made it a whole theme down here. It felt like you were entering a NASCAR racing track.
I had the fake audience on the side. Like, started getting nervous.
We were all waiting in line, and Lucas has pulled this shit so many times. When they open the gate, he says, okay, I'm actually not gonna go on. And it is kind of annoying because it just is more fun doing something when everyone's doing it. But you told the employee, oh, I'm not gonna go on it, so can I go around? And he was kind of annoyed with you saying like, oh, you have to go back up the stairs.
Oh, yes. Then I had to go past everyone. People asked me in line saying, oh, are you too tall for the game? And I just lied and said, yeah, I was too tall. Woo! Why are you going so slow? But it actually started out with Allie in the lead. Jacob was actually dead last, but then eventually you overtook her.
We were racing, and I was kind of scared because I was like, okay, so if someone actually full speed hit me, I could actually see a world where I bang my head against the thing and blood starts coming out of my neck and I end up at the hospital nearby. But then I realized, okay, I'm assuming no one has died here, so why am I being such a dramatic loser? So I passed Allie. Later in the game, there was this guy that passed us, which is actually the most embarrassing thing because we were in last place, us two. So that guy overlapped us by one lap.
You got double lapped. Saw they had some bleachers, so I started, being in the audience, hyping everyone up from there, and it was great. It felt like I was at a NASCAR race.
I was glad when it was over, though, because it went on for like a minute too long, in my opinion. Frag Hopper. This was the number one thing I so badly wanted to do at the Amazing Pizza Machine.
I thought it wouldn't be allowed, to be honest. I thought the seats were too small. You're too big. You're way too big.
No, I'm not, because I got to go on it. Thankfully, there was no one in line, so I got to go on it by myself.
It's not really that tall, but was it actually like thrilling?
No, yeah, it was like the perfect amount of thrilling, where it wasn't like super scary, but it was still fun. When it first started, though, I was looking at you and Allie sitting on the bench, and I did get a surge of fear because I was thinking, like, why didn't you guys go on it? So then I pictured it going to the top, and then it just cracks. And even though it's not even that high up, would I probably die still somehow?
Oh, yeah.
But that didn't happen. I survived.
Did you get a tickle in your stomach?
Yeah, I did.
You would think, oh, the worker is going to be mad at an adult for going on it, but she was supportive.
It lasted probably 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. But when I was done, she looked me straight in the eyes and said, do you want to go again? And I said, no, I'm good. But that's just so nice of her that she gave me an option of, do you want to go again? And there was no judgment. So honestly, if I'm looking for a thrill anytime later in life, I'm going to the Amazing Pizza Machine on a weekday at around 2 o'clock when it's probably not that busy and going on the Frag Hopper. Mission Vortex. I went on this joyride by myself because our sister Allie didn't want to go because she already had a stomach pain issue because of Lucas's driving on the way to the Amazing Pizza Machine.
Yeah, it turns out my driving makes her very carsick.
And Lucas didn't want to go on it because he didn't want to be strapped down.
So yeah, I wasn't effing with it. I was more of an observer, I realized.
No one was on this ride except for me, which did kind of cause a little bit of scaredness because I was like, wait, so if a fire does happen, since I'm the only one on here, won't they probably just forget about me? And then I'll just die here. Anyway, that didn't happen, so there's no point of even talking about it. This is one of those rides they have at like county fairs, state fairs. What do they usually call it?
You're just like a scrambler, tilt-a-whirl.
This one was like a 6 out of 10. Yes, it actually went fast, but it wasn't to the point where like it's like a full-on thrill ride.
Yeah, I kind of was disappointed watching it as a viewer because I wanted your thing to spin fast as it was spinning.
I was on it for like 2 minutes. It was going one direction and it started slowing down, and I was honestly excited because I was like, maybe as I get older I can't handle all this stuff, but I was like, well, I'm getting a little bit queasy. But then it started to slow down and then it turned around and it went even faster, which I was kind of mad about, but I just still enjoyed it. Watching this footage though, maybe the visuals is better than the actual ride. So I think you had a better experience. than me from just watching it.
Yeah, it was cool, the strobes and everything.
When I finished, I did feel queasy, but it wasn't so bad. It was just like a casual nauseous feeling.
Bumper cars!
We were at the bumper cars, but no one was there, so we pressed this little button, and then an employee came. Us three got the whole bumper car arena to ourselves.
I was excited we were by ourselves so we could fully just bash into each other.
These were a different type of bumper car, though. They were circular. Usually they're actually like shaped as cars, where these were the alien spaceship
Yeah, it's
kind
more like just
of.
a bubble car.
We weren't even really doing bumper cars. We were basically just doing our own things in our own corner. Spinning in circles was so fun.
Oh yeah, once I learned how to do that, that was a blast. But I was having a little bit too much fun with my spinning because then my iPhone flew out of my pocket. I could tell the worker was a little bit annoyed. But this made me extra thankful that we were the only ones on the platform because I told Jacob and Allie, don't run over my phone, but I know if there were other people in there, they would have ran over the phone.
Did smell a lot like burning plastic in the bumper car area, and like it just smelled like it might be bad to be inhaling it.
And it was so loud, like squeaky and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was.
But all this enhanced the experience.
The amazing buffet! Yes. In the state of Nebraska, there's a place where you can play unlimited arcade games, unlimited attractions, unlimited rides, and an unlimited buffet!
Unlimited food, baby!
I worked up an appetite. It felt like I just ran like 7 miles. Like I was hungry.
Ready to eat. And I was so thankful, like we didn't have to order anything. We could just simply go to a buffet, grab what we want, and chow it down.
There's a bar, dessert, features. I don't really know what features.
I think it means like the mains.
Pizza, pasta, and salads. Then if you turn around, there's a big wow that says, the Pepsi Experience. Over there's a bunch of soda machines. There's a milk machine, a coffee dispenser machine.
Slushies.
When we walked into this room, I just took 5 seconds to do
This room especially reminded me of being on a Wizards of Waverly playset. We decided to be traditional, have salad first. So we loaded it up. They had everything.
They had, of course, lettuce, a bunch of vegetables to choose from. They had even like potato salads and pasta salads, jellos.
That's always a part of every salad bar. Never really understood, but I'm assuming someone likes it.
I'm assuming that's for like the 80-year-olds.
Yeah, they don't have teeth.
It seems like every salad bar I've been to is always this. They're never different. It's always the same thing, which is kind of comforting.
They even had a soup area, and I saw hot wing soup, and I was intrigued. I had to get a little mini bowl of it.
They had cinnamon rolls, which I was honestly confused about. But then, oh my gosh, guys, there's chili, which we didn't get either of those. But if you didn't know, in the Midwest, there's kind of this trend where you get chili and then you dip cinnamon rolls in it, and you have like a whole cinnamon roll chili combo.
It's so good.
Something that I noticed is that there was parts of the buffet that were just empty and they were filled with decor. Like the other half of the salad bar was just filled with decor, and I'm assuming they would have it open if it was busier, but the day we went, it was a weekday. It was kind of dead.
Yeah, so I actually like that. They were like, we aren't going to waste a bunch of food.
This isn't just your typical buffet. There's themed rooms to choose from. There's Cogswell Cartoonery, which is actually closed. There was also a Johnny Spockets, which was closed, which is actually a knockoff of Johnny Rockets because it's all retro.
Oh, I was sad because I wanted to live the retro fantasy.
There was 2 other themed rooms that were open. Sports and Fun, which had sports playing on a big TV.
It seemed like this was the busier room.
People love sports.
People do love sports.
We decided to not choose that room. We chose Luigi's Cafe, which had an Italian theme, which fits the whole theme of Amazing Pizza Machine.
Oh yeah, it's Italian food. We're going to be eating in an Italian room.
Nick Jr. was playing on the TV. We were munching down our salads. I just got a bunch of vegetables on cucumbers, all this stuff. And then, of course, I can't have that plain, so I dumped a bunch of ranch on. I was just taking bite after bite.
Same with mine. Mine was loaded up. I got potato salad as well. They even had cheese pizza, but they called it cheese bread, so I got that. The hot wing soup was good. Since this is more of a family place, it wasn't actually hot. It wasn't that spicy, but it had a little bit of a hint of spice. So it was broad enough for the big audience, for a broad audience. This is about the time when Allie dipped. She didn't want to eat with us.
She brought over like a Diet Coke and a water, and she kept saying, I'm so cold, guys.
Because it actually was freezing in these rooms for some reason.
And I told Allie like 5 times, like, you should just eat here. Like, I got you the unlimited buffet, so just ball out. But she was just over the experience. We would have been there for like 3 hours by now, so she left. She waited in Lucas's vehicle for the rest of the time we were there.
Yeah, she said that she couldn't be in that environment anymore. Like, too many noises, arcade game sounds, so much overly happy music playing so loud. Like, just picture like Domino by Jessie J playing on loop.
And on top of that, those kids yelling about the dumbest things. Like there was this table next to us, so they kept repeating, "Riz me up" or something.
Oh yeah, they said, I'm the Rizmeister. And it's like, what? Like, I actually thought it was a joke when people said, kids nowadays talk about Riz, but like, that's all they talked about. Oh, and I do have to report, we were talking about bullying earlier. We might have gotten bullied by the table next to us. I'm not sure. When we walked past, we heard them say, those are some Sigmas. And I don't know what that means exactly, but I think it's the opposite of an alpha male or something.
I mean, okay, let's just move on to the plate
Yeah.
two, okay? The solid plate was good, so we were on to the next plate. This was the main entree. We were gonna go balls to the walls with this plate. They had an America station, kinda. It was like beans, potatoes, ribs, sausage, but we just skipped that whole
Yeah, I
section.
didn't want any of that.
Create your own pasta / a bunch of pastas, and then also pizza because it's the amazing pizza machine.
I got myself some baked pasta or something. Then I got baked macaroni, which did kind of seem like it was just the regular macaroni, but they put breadcrumbs on it. And then I loaded up with so many types of pizzas.
Yeah, I just decided to stick only to pizzas because these casseroles and stuff at these kid buffets kind of gross me out because these kids would put their hands so far on the spoon that they're just digging in it. So I decided to eat pick only pizzas, but even that started to gross me out because me and Lucas were noticing that thing to get your pizza slice was kind of shitty. So at a certain point, you had to grab the pizza slice with your hand. Oh yeah, so thank you, Jesus. Once again, the other side of the buffet was just covered with decor and stuff. And I am just so happy that they don't make stuff look abandoned here. They even if it's not being used, they put a bunch of decorations and a bunch of fake vegetables and stuff to make it look like it's being used for something.
I know, they make it cute.
I got spinach artichoke pizza, hamburger, and mac and cheese. Mac and cheese pizza, it was actually so good. Sometimes mac and cheese pizza is a flap, but this actually wasn't a flap.
Sometimes it can be dry and boring, but this one was like wet.
Oh yeah, it was wet. And I immediately noticed that the pizza did kind of taste like Valentino's. If you're a Nebraska native, Valentino's is like a pizza joint and they also have buffets. And while I was doing my amazing pizza machine research, I saw that the amazing pizza machine is like co-owned by the Valentino's family. So I assumed like, oh, they probably use the same pizza. It's more of a kid-friendly Valentino's pizza.
Yeah, you could definitely see the similarities. My food was good. I enjoyed it. The macaroni was a little bit of a flop just because it wasn't actually baked. They just added breadcrumbs, like I said, but I enjoyed the rest. Oh yeah, I got hamburger pizza, which usually that just means pieces of hamburger meat, but this actually had pickles and there was ketchup on it. And I was like, I've never had this before. That was a first. I think it was very innovative.
I was just eating my pizza at an abnormally fast rate because I knew in the back of my mind that in about 15 minutes, I am going to become severely grossed out with this buffet. So I need to become full within the next 15 minutes so then I don't have to eat something after this because I probably won't eat once I'm grossed out.
Yeah, that's kind of a universal thing with buffets. Like, you do have to eat quick because any buffet, the fanciest buffet ever, like, you're gonna get grossed out.
There was nothing left on my plate when I was done.
I think I left my crusts.
Now we were on to plate 3, and we saw in the corner there was a baked potato section where you could load up a baked potato with all of these toppings. We both skipped it.
It's interesting knowing that there is a demo out there that loves a baked potato and wants to load it up at a buffet, but that would just never be me.
No, yeah. There was also a nacho bar. I'm surprised I didn't eat that, but for me, the pizza was a big enough entree. I didn't even want nachos, and something about it just wasn't calling my name.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to just get to dessert.
They had all the fixings. Cookies, brownies, Rice Krispies, cinnamon sticks, sweet chip things, like all these puddings, dessert pizzas, ice cream.
It was strawberry ice cream.
Strawberry lemonade.
Oh, yep. I actually did just want regular ice cream, and I thought they only had strawberry lemonade, but it turns out there was another ice cream machine I didn't see. But I didn't like the strawberry lemonade ice cream.
What?
Yes, I didn't enjoy it. But I did like my little breadstick thing, cinnamon roll stick swirl.
I got like an apple crisp pizza. That's all I needed for dessert because it was just, I love these dessert pizzas. They always make me really happy.
I also got a little cup of bread pudding. It was good, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't finish it. I'm one of those annoying people at buffets where I do take little bites of stuff and then throw it away.
Buffets are just for wasting food.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. There was this sign that said you have a limit dining time of 1 hour, but that didn't even matter for us because I think we were at the buffet for 18 and a half minutes, probably. Maybe less. Honestly, I could see 14 minutes.
I know, I feel like we just rushed it.
It just kind of ruined it, Ali leaving, because then I just thought like, okay, we're gonna have to leave in the next 20 minutes. Because what's she gonna do in the car?
It was literally 100 degrees out, knowing she's sitting in the car in 100-degree weather.
Something that I realized is that these like family entertainment centers, theme parks never change. It's always this tacky, colorful stuff. It's always the same music too. Like, it's weird how even when I was 6 years old, it would be the exact same going to the Amazing Pizza Machine as it is now.
Oh yeah, I feel like even if the U.S. turned into a dictatorship, like the Amazing Pizza Machine would stay the same.
This whole entire dinner, I didn't have any soda or liquid because it felt too stressful. How am I supposed to bring a plate to the table with a soda? So when I was done eating, I decided now is soda time. I got Diet Pepsi and Diet Dr. Pepper, and I just loved how there was so much choice. There wasn't a limit.
Oh yeah, I can't believe you could even get slushies for free. I didn't get one, but like if I was a kid, I would have been freaking out. Even while we were eating, I had my soda, so I didn't wait like Jacob, but I just had Diet Coke with a little bit of lemonade at the top.
I drank my soda while pacing back and forth in the buffet section because I didn't want to go back to the theme room and get made fun of by kids again.
Yeah.
It felt like the end. We were done eating. It felt like we had done everything. But then we realized we still had prize central. So we called up our sister Ali and said, come back in. We need your card because we're going to add all of our points up and get the best prize ever. And honestly, we probably can all quit our jobs because like we're just going to become so rich from these points.
I know, like we had a lot of hope.
We added up all of our points and it came to 599. And I was like, shit, like it's one off from 600. And the prizes that was 600 is what I was leaning towards. So I was just hoping once we got to the like employee, she would round it to 600. And when she added up all the points, she said, you have 600 tickets. And I almost shed a tear because I was like, wait, she gave us an extra point for free.
And she didn't even mention it. Like she didn't even need the ego boost of, you guys, I did something really nice. I gave you an extra point. Like she just gave us the extra point. So Jacob could get what he wanted. For some reason, I just realized, like, did I get manipulated by you? I wasn't even looking for a prize for me. I was just looking for a prize for you.
I did pay for all of us to experience this.
That's true. So you got your little ribbon thing you wanted.
We left the Amazing Pizza Machine on top of the world. Like, in that moment, I felt like an alpha male.
I know. The Amazing Pizza Machine turns you temporarily into an alpha.
We drove home, and immediately I pulled out this blue ribbon thing. It was so freeing. I felt like I was in a high school marching band.
When I did it, I felt like Megan Fox in Jennifer's Body when she's the flag girl.
This toy took 3 individuals 3 hours to own. So we played with it probably for 20 minutes. Then we brought it inside. The family dogs tore it up, and I was pissed because we worked so hard for it, but I just accepted the reality.
All that hard work for nothing. Allie didn't even play with the ribbon thing. Like she was over the whole experience. Like, she was checked out.
It was a splendid time getting to experience the Amazing Pizza Machine as a full-blown adult.
Same, it was a good time.
There is no place like Nebraska, good old Nebraska, ooh, where the girls are the fairest, the boys are the squarest, but many old place that you know. Oh, 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 oh. The good life.